Okay, our binding is all secure all the way around the edge of the quilt. We have heat set it down. I've changed the presser foot on the sewing machine to the stitch in the ditch foot with that guide down the center. I've switched to the invisible thread. Now you have already done stitch in the ditch when you sewed your binding across the top of your pocket, but I want to show you how we're going to stitch in the ditch going around a corner. So let's come over to the sewing machine. Now remember, when you have the invisible thread on your machine, you are going to dial your tension down a number. You're going to lengthen that stitch length to a 3.5, and we are ready to sew. So we do not have piping on the edge of our, we don't have piping on the edge of our foot. We don't have piping on the edge of the quilt. So we are going to make sure that that stitch in the ditch guide is right between the binding and the quilt. And we're going to sew all the way down. This is actually my favorite part because we are so close to being finished. I go really slow at this point, and then I just want to sink that needle down right in the corner, leave the needle down, and I lift my presser foot and I just pivot. That is as hard as that is. And then I just continue on all the way down. So I'm going to continue around my project, securing that binding down, and then we'll see what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so now I have just finished going around this last corner. And I'm going to continue over the top of my stitching for an inch or two. And then cut threads, and we are done. So what I want to show you is how nice that's going to look on the back of the quilt. That again is probably going to look a little nicer if you have got matching thread, but all our binding is nice and sewn down. The miter is all nice and secure, and our project is done, and we've done a great job learning some good binding techniques today. And what I hope is that you're going to use these in your own quilt projects. If you want to know more about me, visit me on my website, 10sisters.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. Now, we really want to see your projects, so please send your pictures in, and I want to thank you for joining me today.